I don't care. We're getting straight into it. Common side effects was peak. My goodness gracious, from start to end, it just puts you through a ride that you really were not expecting. From betrayals to heel turns to death to coming back to life, this was a fuck of a ride of a roller coaster. And I do want to go into the story, but honestly I already went into most of it, and a few of the side things I did want to go over I went into my first video, so go check that out if you want to. But here we go, I just want to get straight into it. Of course, from branching off from my older video, we have to start off by at least talk about Marshall. My goodness gracious, he is a sweet man. This man literally is a humanitarian from the beginning to the end. He doesn't really falter in his ideas. He doesn't bend the knee to anyone. He might see an idea that might be a good idea and attempt to indulge into it, but once he sees it goes over what his ideas are, he immediately stops. He wants what's best for humanity, and he wants to do it in the best way possible. Have everything be free, have everything be accessible, have this magical mushroom be able to be a healing for anyone that actually needs it. If I had to describe Marshall, honestly I would say he's like when you have a devil on the right side and an angel on your left. He's literally that angel. He wants to do the good when he can, and at the same time he also feels like a thought that you come across every so often, where it feels like a dream. It feels like something that you would wish and you would want to happen, knowing that it will be for the betterment of the world, but you go, nah, that's never gonna happen because that's just how history goes. But not Marshall. He acts how he thinks and he thinks how he acts. And the only thing that sucks is when you have someone like this, they can be easily manipulated or easily taken advantage of just because they have a good or a kind heart, which happens to Marshall a few times in the series. On top of that, fighting against obstacles that are like the government that felt like nigh impossible to get over, or the medical industry itself. And it's fucked up, but also very interesting in Marshall's character, where when he does get betrayed twice, he gets angry, but he doesn't change who he is as a person. It doesn't infect the core of his being as a person. His goals and ambitions still stays the same, and it's something I want to see him actually do, even though it feels like it's impossible in this world. He gets betrayed the first time when Francis actually takes the mushroom and wants to do something with it in a pharmaceutical industry and have it be either synthesized and have it be spread to other places, but she's still getting money from it. She's still getting a monetary gain where it really should be, in my opinion, free. And before I get to the second time he gets betrayed, it feels like the show has like a spectrum of like the good, which is kind of Marshall, the middle, which is actually Francis, and then the bad, which is the company or the governments or the pharmaceutical companies that want to destroy this mushroom and make sure it doesn't get out, because obviously if you have a cure for something, it gets rid of it. But if you can just treat a disease and just give people pills over and over and over again that have other common side effects that can affect them in their daily life, and take other more pills with other common side effects, then a multi-billion-dollar business is created and can keep on going no matter what. Wink wink smiley face. But the second time is when Hildy actually betrays Marshall, and Marshall has to find out the hard way that they're actually making money off of this, the thing that he never wanted. He just wanted to help people. He never wanted any monetary gain. He's had money, been there, done that. He just wants to help humanity. He truly is the good in all of us that should shine out of all of us. But enough of Marshall for now. I want to talk about... Now, I don't condone anything of what Francis has done, but I can also kind of understand. And I mean in the terms of her, technically speaking, betraying Marshall. Even though I say technically speaking, she betrayed the fuck out of Marshall. She snaked the fuck out of that guy. But whenever I think about her, I just think that she's really realistic. I feel like when it comes to a lot of her decisions, it feels very human to the idea of society and how it's kind of treated humans to this point and where they would literally go. And what I mean by this is, one, we could just start off with the basics, the first things. She's not really happy. She has a life that she's not happy. She has a boss that's basically Elon Musk. He's like a puppet that doesn't really do much in the beginning, but I'll get into him in a second. She hates that. She hates her boyfriend. She doesn't really actually like or love him, and she has to see her mother every so often that has dementia and is just sitting in a home and is just waiting for her to die, basically. With the icing on the cake being that she's basically going to lose her job soon because her boss can't produce a item or a pill that can be used in a medical industry. She goes through what a lot of people go through in this society when they don't have a lot of money. It's a depressing sitcom. When so much fucked up shit is happening to you in life, sometimes you just gotta sit back and laugh. The punches keep coming, the elbows keep hitting, and you keep getting stomped into the fucking ground. Sometimes you sit there and you think, man, what if things were different? Man, what if I had $1 million? What would I do with $1 billion? What if I had a magic cure mushroom that could save my job? An opportunity arises and you take the opportunity. The way she goes about it is definitely in the way of an opportunist, but it's in the way of what a lot of people would do in their situation. And I should explain a little bit of the event so I have a bit more of a context. But with Francis, she just starts off as an assistant to the CEO of a company that deals with all of these medical pills that people take on a daily basis that does common side effects, quote unquote. But she meets up with Marshall, which they used to be like ex-lab partners way back in high school. Now they only have a brief conversation about the magic cure mushroom, which she's actually interested a little bit in, but for plot reasons they have to be separated for a while, and they come back together, and she wants to help him now that she believes that he has a magic cure mushroom or is trying to grow one to be fed to more other people, especially after it saves her mother. But she basically betrays him after she takes the mushroom back to her pill company to produce it and synthesize it to have it be in multiple other locations and also be used if someone has insurance. So if you don't have insurance, you're kind of fucked. But Marshall goes to prison and she's left at a crossroads of, wait, should I actually use this mushroom for a different purpose or a different idea, or should I take it back to the company? Obviously she takes it back to the company, and she goes through what a lot of people go through in life. She makes a bad decision and she attempts to cope with it. She attempts to cope with it through the means of her buying other items. She attempts to cope with it by telling herself, this is the right idea, this is what I should be doing, this is what I should have done before, and have other people cope for her by having either yes women or yes men or other people saying, yo, you did a really good job, you did a good idea, this is what you should be doing. But deep down in her soul, she knows she betrayed Marshall and she knows she's fucked up really, really, really bad. And she thinks she's doing the right thing in her own specific way, but it's not the right thing at all. Having a $1 billion company monetize off the suffering of so many people. What I do want to say is I do really like that she comes to her senses and her and Marshall sort of come together and they start to new again. Seeing as how they both fucked up, coming together and be like, we both messed up, but we can start anew again and do a way better job than we did before. We have a complete understanding of the chessboard and let's move accordingly together. Lastly, I want to talk about someone that's on the opposite end of the spectrum. Now, I don't know this guy's name at all, but he speaks in a Russian accent and he acts like he's a villain for fucking John Wick, and I think it'd be a lot more funny if I just give him a stupid ass name. I'll just call him Vladdy. It's because he's Russian. Yes, it's because he's Russian. Or at least he sounds like it. Better be no damn complaining in that comment section. I'll be watching. But anyways, Vladdy is on a complete other opposite of the spectrum. He just wants to destroy the mushroom because of what I've said before. He's basically the pharmaceutical company. He's basically the government. They want to monetize off the idea of suffering. They don't want to cure something. They want to treat it. It is a business to save lives. It's not a necessity. Vladdy's evil villain ass wants to get rid of Marshall, wants to get rid of the mushroom, and wants to just annihilate it whenever he sees it. He even gives out a bullshit reason to a statement that only the government can give when he talks to Elon Musk basically, and he tells him, hey, if this magical mushroom existed, if you guys continue to synthesize it, no one would actually care about their well-being, there'll be wars, they'll sell it illegally, and it'll just ruin the world. But it's funny that he goes through all these lengths to get rid of the mushroom, and once his borderline getting rid of, he gets a cancer inside of his chest where he has to get healed somehow, some way. No other way is working. No other hospital is helping him. He has to take this cure mushroom or he will die. But as the greedy bastard he is, once he gets to the cure all mushroom, he just doesn't take one. He starts unloading on it. He starts taking like 80 of them at one time because he can. It's in abundance and he will take advantage of whatever he can because he has that greed inside of him, which then puts him in a coma. Interestingly enough, it doesn't really heal him like everyone else does. He sees horrific images of other things happening and he just goes into a coma. His greediest negligence led him to where he is right now, where so many other people he's monetized over have been in the same situation. He's now a person in need. But I want to talk about the side stuff about this show itself. Some I want to touch on from the last video, but what I really want to talk about is, again, how this show doesn't treat me like I'm a fucking idiot and have to remind me about certain other things that have been happening multiple other times. It's just that I'm a smart person and we can just keep moving forward, and how everything kind of connects. Everything has a purpose in this show. There is no waste of a character. Everyone has a fun time, but at the same time, everyone has a purpose. But the show also being funny as hell on top of all of of that, which I don't know how the fuck he did it, but this person really did this shit. And I also do like seeing other characters play catch up or have an understanding of, okay, this is what's happening, I should move accordingly, or I should try to get to where this other person may be. And none of it really feels like it's a big enough reach for me to go like, oh, this is kind of a reach, I don't know about this or that. Most of it seems pretty fucking great. The only thing I'm hoping for now is a season 2 to come out so I can make another video about it, because my god, is it fucking peak. I highly suggest this show. You have to go out there, go watch it. I know I basically spoiled a lot of it, but there's a lot of shit I have not said at all in this video. I just wanted to talk about some main points that I really enjoyed and really liked, but there are other points out there that I just haven't touched at all, like the police officers or the FBI agents, and also the other people that are side characters that are pretty entertaining to watch. But give it a chance, give it a watch, and sure, let me know what you guys thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. This has been tnjugo, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!